Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Canal Algérie's Midnight 30 Bulletin. To the headlines. The President of the Republic receives a phone call from his brother, His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, former Prince of the State of Qatar, on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr. Algerian television's teams head to the hospitals of Algiers and Iran to transmit the atmosphere of the second day of Eid al-Fitr with several initiatives to draw the smile on children's faces. Lastly, we discover with our reporter Majda Dahmoun the story of one of the most iconic Eid songs, Mzino Nahar Al-Yom by Abdelkarim Dali, in this weekend's special report. Welcome again. First in our news, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received a phone call from his brother, His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, former Prince of the State of Qatar, in which he congratulated him and the Algerian people on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr, wishing Algeria more development and prosperity. For his part, the President of the Republic thanked his brother, His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, former Prince of Qatar, exchanging congratulations on the occasion, wishing him and the fraternal Qatari people more prosperity and wellness. On the second day of Eid, volunteers and members of associations went to several hospitals to celebrate Eid with sick children and allow them to forget about their health concerns for a while, as was the case at the hospitals of Bab el-Wad and Bni Massouz in Algiers and Ben Jarab Hospital in Iran. Menan Amani has the details.
Children at the pediatric ward of the Mustafa Basha and Nafisa Hamoud hospitals spent the first days of Eid al-Fitr in a festive and joyful atmosphere. Volunteer clowns also came over to hand out gifts and make these children happy. They brought me gifts. I am very happy and I'm praying for prompt recovery for all patients. Solidarity and sharing are always present on the second day of Eid. With the arrival of several volunteers and members of associations at the Pediatric Anthology Department of the Lamin Dabarin University Hospital in Bab el-Wad.
I would like to thank the associations for the solidarity and I wish a quick recovery to all patients. I am not on duty today, but I'm here as a volunteer to spend Eid with patients to spread the joy.
At the emergency ward of the Ben Jarab Hospital in Iran, medical personnel is ensuring that patients are well taken care of during the 2 days of Eid. During Eid, we try to provide emergency care as well as psychological support to all patients. The Health Minister Abdelhaq Saihi also shared the joy of Eid with the children at the pediatric ward of the Bni Massouz University Hospital by handing out gifts.
On the occasion of Eid al-Fitr, we visited the sick children to spread the Eid joy, especially for those who couldn't spend it at home. We are very satisfied with the care provided to the children at this ward. I would like to thank the medical staff for all their efforts.
These praiseworthy actions of solidarity became a tradition during public holidays, with the aim of making these children happy.
عيدكم مبروك تعيدوا وتعاودوا إن شاء الله بإذن الله.
The availability of public transport on Eid Day is no longer a worry for citizens. The Company of Urban and Suburban Transport, or ITUZA, has drawn up a special program for the occasion. In Ouargla province, for example, the authorities have opted for a free public transport. Let's discover more with Rania Al-Bahri.
Recent years, urban transport companies have drawn up a special program during the 2 days of Eid in order to ensure transportation and facilitate the movement of people to visit their relatives. Means of transport are available. Buses and trains are on service today. During the 2 days of Eid al-Fitr, we are used to go out and walk in gardens and other places. Thank God, transport is available until late hours. We have 3 brigades, one of which works in the morning from 6 a.m. to noon. The second one works from noon until 7 p.m. And there is a night brigade, which provides services from 7 p.m. until 1 a.m. There are 8 buses on service. In Wergla province, the transport company Tram has set up a special program during these 2 days of Eid al-Fitr. In addition to the availability of public transport, the company has decided to apply free transportation. It is a very good initiative, especially that the tramway remains the best means of transport and the most comfortable. During the 2 days of Eid al-Fitr, we start at 5 a.m. and we finish at 10:30 p.m. with 7 minutes of gap between one trip and another. Another special Tarahum program for cemeteries has also been set up by Etuza company to provide trips to cemeteries.
Internationally, and according to a statement by the U.S. Department of State published on Friday, 21st of April, the United States emphasizes its full support for the personal envoy of the Secretary General for Western Sahara, Stephen de Mistura's efforts to advance the ongoing UN-led political process for Western Sahara. This was during the meeting of the U.S. Deputy Secretary of State, Wendy Sherman, with UN Secretary General's personal envoy to Western Sahara. In developments in Sudan, Sudanese Doctors Union announced the rise in the toll of the civilian victims following the armed clashes taking place since last Saturday to 256 deaths and 44 injured. The union added that the ongoing clashes made it difficult to give an exact number of the deaths and injuries. On the same topic, explosions were heard in the capital Khartoum amid overflights of warplanes in a renewal of armed clashes between the army and the rapid support forces. While a majority of the youth in Jijil province decided to make the most of the sunny weather and celebrate Eid al-Fitr at the beach, families decided to go to the city's zoological park and allow the children to play and unwind. Manal Amari has more.
A majority of the Algerian youth decided to spend Eid at the beach since the weather started to get warmer, as was the case in Jijil province. We are used to coming to the beach every Eid, no matter the weather. In the morning, we exchanged well wishes with our families before coming to the beach to relax and have a great time with friends. Families, for their part, decided to spend their afternoons at the city's zoological park to allow their children to play and see the animals. We brought the children to the park to play and unwind. It is very relaxing to spend time here and watch the children play. This morning we visited our relatives. Then we came to the park to have fun. There are many people here. The park of Jijil attracts a large number of visitors who enjoy spending time outdoors. The beautiful beaches of Jijil province attract more and more visitors each year to spend the weekend or summer break.
This weekend's special report takes us on a journey back in time to discover the story of an iconic song played in every Algerian household during Eid al-Fitr. Report by Majda Jahmoun, taken up by Rania al-Bahri.
مزين نهار اليوم صحة عيدكم مزين نهار اليوم مبروك عيدكم.
There is no taste for Eid Day in Algeria without listening to the song مزين نهار اليوم صحة عيدكم, which is broadcasted on both television and radio, expressing the joy of Eid. This song was written, composed and sung by the late Abdelkarim Dali in 1952. Its words, which remained immortal, gather many Algerians that find no flavor for Eid without hearing it, and it is still broadcasted in black and white. Wahiba Dali, the granddaughter of the late Abdelkarim Dali, says that hearing the song مزين نهار اليوم صحة عيدكم every Eid morning in Algeria is considered a source of pride and honor for the late Abdelkarim Dali's family, considering it a symbol that Algerians grow up with adding that the late artist left his mark on memory in black and white, and the proof of its success is that it was covered by other artists. Dali's granddaughter also believes that he did not die and still remains in the minds of Algerians, and his cultural heritage is present in the country, pointing out in this regard that this institution is keen on this aspect, as well as by issuing many of his albums, which the public heard for the first time by recording songs it was kept by the family, in addition to issuing a book bearing his name and containing songs he wrote in his handwriting. This great figure of Andalusian music, who know how to mix the Gharnati and the Sana styles, left behind him a rich musical heritage with more than 700 hours of recordings on television and radio. He thus remains one of the most talented artists of the Algerian intangible heritage.
جزائر تفرح ديما وصحة عيدكم كنها عروسة بالتبسيمة غالية في السوق زينو نهار اليوم صحة عيدكم.
The end of tonight's bulletin. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.